Oh Lord, what's up, guys? Luca here. Luca Tio, yes, the Ashen one, the Ashen Lucario, the Ashen Luca. I'm here with another episode of the show. Joining me today is my good buddy, Mr. Singer. Singer was goody. Okay, yeah,
Yep.
that's great.
What's goody?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm really tired, dude. I think I worked out every single day this week, and now I'm just kind of like, all right, I just want to chill. I don't want to do anything. But I'm here to do the show and talk about the Game Awards 2023 and some of the controversy that came from that, and also talk about the GTA 6 trailer and then some of the controversy that came from that because people were not very happy. Some people were just not very happy. And that is life, all right? There's always people who are just not happy about stuff. So, all right, but let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and oh god. Tweet the link out. How's my audio, y'all? Can I play? God, send help, dude. Anyway, yeah, I know, but I can't work out next week, so I was just trying to make up for it. You know what I'm saying? I can only do like walking next week. Oh Lord, what's up?
Yo,
It's good to have you, buddy.
Yo.
good to be here.
Yeah, it's always good to be here. But yeah, I know you're not supposed to work out every day, but I can't work out at all.
Oh man, what happened?
I just can't work out next week. For that week.
Oh,
Oh Lord. But so I wanted to make sure I like got all my like, exercise in this week so I don't have to like I'm compensated. But Dread, good to see you. Hurricane the finest draft. Yeah, guys, how are you doing today? It's like another fine Saturday evening. Let's go ahead and talk about the Game Awards 2023. So, to the shock of absolutely no one, the Game Awards the Game of the Year award went to Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate
As it
3
should.
went to Larian Studios and Baldur's Gate 3. I definitely need to play this title. Let me tell you, I have been
same here.
slacking. I've been lacking. I might get it on the Pony Box. Not sure. Might get it on the PC. Not
Get
sure.
it on
You
the
know what I'm
PC,
saying?
Luca. Get it on the
So we
PC.
can play together and stuff.
Well, not only that, it's just better because,
That's where I'll be getting
it's
it.
just better.
PC.
And we can also, yeah, see? Here we go. We
Okay,
can all
okay.
play
PC
together,
versus that.
actually. Here we go.
Nice, nice, nice.
I'm
Okay.
down to run it anytime.
It's
Let's go.
also cheaper on PC. Thanks, the finest. What's up, Iman? Yes,
Mm-hmm.
smash that like button. But yeah, the pony box. You know what I'm. What's up, Phil? All right, so let's go ahead. The again Game of the Year award went to Larian Studios. Absolutely shocked that Mr. Keeley actually let them speak, let them finish speaking. Love that this dude was in a full suit of armor. That's cute. Like, that I like stuff like that. I think it's very fun. But the Game of the Year nominees were Alan Wake 2, which won a lot more awards than I actually thought it would. Like that game must be something else. Um Spider-Man 2, Marvel Spider-Man 2, Resident Evil 4, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Yes, Baldur's Gate 3 did something that I didn't think was possible in a year where they were releasing The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, a Zelda game that is. It actually beat it out, and that just speaks to the quality of the title and the love that Larian put into it. I believe they stated that this was kind of like their this game needs to hit or else kind of
Oh
title.
man, yeah.
And that kind of
Yes,
pressure,
it was. It was.
yeah, that kind of pressure can motivate and inspire greatness if you have the right people working on it. So congratulations to them. I, for one, enjoyed the Game Awards this year. I think I'll give it around. I honestly speaking, the Game Awards for the last 5 years or so, there was only like maybe one or two, maybe 1 year where I was like, no, that shit was fucking trash. Usually, I really enjoy the Game Awards. I started enjoying it a lot more than E3 because of some of the things that were being
Hmm.
showcased there. I will say that the Game Awards this year was fantastic for gamers. for gamers, in the sense that they showed a lot of game trailers for upcoming titles, and a nice diverse selection, right? So as like a viewer and a gamer, I was like, okay, this is pretty freaking awesome. Now, as a award show,
Let me tell you.
it was looking a little spooky. It was looking a lot
How,
spooky, actually.
how would you only have 10 minutes? For the winners, 10 minutes.
Well,
Like, come
30
on now.
seconds for the winners, 10 minutes for Kojima.
No, 10
I mean,
minutes
10
in
minutes total. Yeah.
Yeah, 10 minutes total for all of them?
Yep, that's all
Together?
all the winners. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Jeff isn't seeing heaven for that, dude. That's fucked up.
That is completely, because especially when you have like an hour and 30 minutes of ads and stuff, it's no.
This is like, and I hate to say it, but this really feels like par for the course for the entertainment industry. It's just like the artists literally create the stuff, but they're the ones that are sitting in the freaking back seat in the back of the bus. Like, you know what I mean? It always seems like that's the case. Like the artists are the ones that are shoved aside, and all of the monetization that happens around said art that's created gets the biggest highlights. It's just mind blowing.
Bro, 10 minutes in total for all the awards?
Yep.
Bro, Jeff needs his ass beat, dude. Like, respectfully, like, not actually inciting and saying they should, hurt
Figuratively
him.
speaking.
It's
yeah.
yes, figuratively speaking, he needs his ass beat. He needs to be verbally accosted. And you know what? He was. And honestly speaking, I was like, listen, whack him. Whack him. He deserves it. He pulled a lot of bullshit during that award show, in my opinion. I started noticing it, like, the fact that he skipped over and like regulated major award cacategories to like a quick little 12-second spiel, like
Best
RPG,
RPG?
12-second little throwaway line. Are you
Oh,
fucking
man.
joking? Like, our best, like, these are major categories that he just treated like little trash categories, dude. Like, he treated major gaming categories like you would treat those esport categories. You know what I'm saying? Like the little
Exactly.
throwaway awards. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, he's completely lost sight of the concept of what he created. I don't think for a second Jeff has ever really cared about the industry or the people in the industry or the developers, unless he's like buddy with them, like he is with Kojima, right? I don't think he gives a fuck about them at all, because this show just shows that all he cared about is getting the ability to announce these titles. You know what I'm saying? Show off these
Yep.
game trailers, and bring in viewership and ads. The fact that he regulated the fucking best RPG gets a little 12-second spot, and they're like, okay, here's a Samsung ad, and I'm just like, bro. And like, I was like, I would be so pissed if I was one of these developers, right? I said that, and I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean? Like, why is this happening? And I know why it's happening. Like, I'm not fucking stupid. Like, I know advertisement, obviously. I've been saying this for years now. Like, I get what he's doing, but there's got to be a better solution. There's got to be better pacing.
Balance. Yeah.
It was just so, there were things that didn't need to be there. That fucking Muppets thing didn't need to be there. Waste of fucking time.
The
Time that could
celebrity
have been
jokes.
those celebrity jokes, trash.
Why are you
Like-
spending 10 minutes on Kojima, but half the awards don't get shown? It's like you take away that time.
Exactly.
I understand you are literally just sucking Kojima off at this point because he gets treated better.
Dude,
than
did you see
everyone
his
else there.
face when he was announcing Kojima? Like, you could tell who he was about to bring on because he was like freaking trembling.
Like,
And
he's just.
I
ahead.
understand he's probably a good friend and he is a legend in the industry, but there comes a point where you have to respect the creators of the actual
Exactly.
Game Awards, the
Exactly.
actual games, because best RPG, that should be a full award. People should be up on
Exactly.
stage. Because that isn't a small award. Best action adventure was done off screen, right? As well, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Or was it best?
Yep.
These are big. These aren't the esports awards.
That's my exactly. Like, no, you just nailed it. You nailed it. This as a game announcements show, it was a 9 out of 10 for me. As an awards show, it was a
3
2 out
out
of
of
10
10.
for me.
Oh, okay. 2, not bad. I gave it a 3.
Yeah, it's just like it's fucking ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous, and I just cannot believe that he actually thought that this would fly, that people would be okay with it. And then his little response afterwards, where he was just like, "Actually, actually, I did tell them to, kind of like chill out with the teleprompter. You know what I'm saying? Because they had a fucking prompter up there saying, speed it up,
Yeah.
please
Wrap it
wrap
up.
it up." And I'm just like, bro from fucking Larian's over here, literally tearing up, crying about some of his colleagues that passed away. And there goes the please wrap it up after like 20 seconds. You're a fucking dickhead. You know what I'm saying? You're a
Yep.
dickhead, Jeff. Like, that's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And whoever,
Especially,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, because Neon Newborn, he had the music played on him and whatnot. The one who best performance. His role, his character is so amazing, and he did a fantastic job. And then literally everyone who plays Baldur's Gate loves him. And you're doing that to him, and it's not just let him have a bit of time to give the studio some shine because it's big for Larian. Larian has never achieved this, and so
Exactly.
it's give him the due because it's not independent studios don't win all that much.
Yeah. And then the other thing too is you have people who have spent years of their life putting all of this together. And in the case of the best actor, like that's not a small thing. Like this cat, there's no telling how many roles this cat auditioned for before he got something like this, to be, you know what I mean? That's something that's so, he probably has maybe a big film portfolio, but gaming is something different. It just hits a little bit different when you book something major like in a game. And to have the ability to shout out the people who gave you that opportunity, that's your moment. Like to take people's moment away like that is just egregious. Like it's just I don't know what he was thinking.
I just I know what he was thinking. He was thinking dollar signs, you know? He was thinking about
Well,
that
yeah,
attention
you're
he was
right.
gonna get,
Yeah.
thinking about the advertisements being put in. He was thinking about himself, honestly speaking. And like the show is it's I mean, I don't agree with the people in the industry about many things because a lot of them get on my fucking nerves, but I'm with them 100% about this. It was some bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was absolutely egregious that what happened during the show.
Yeah.
And again, as gamers, like, it was a fantastic show for us for announcement, but I just think the fact that he didn't even acknowledge the fucking ridiculous amount of layoffs that had happened. At least a little throwaway, like, it could have been a throwaway fucking line where it was just like, like, this show was about, acknowledging the hard work that these developers put in this year, and I know it's been a tough year in the industry when it comes to a lot of things. Nothing. Just no comment on it, no acknowledgement, just absolutely nothing on his part because he doesn't give a fuck. Um, it's just egregious in my opinion, and again, the fact that and then he was just people are emotional. They worked hard on their art, they worked hard on their craft, and he's like, "Hurry it up." Hurry it up. But then Kojima-san comes out. Kojima has a fucking door.
Man. Oh my god.
It's so ridiculous. Like, he has, like, a door built in order for him to come out of the door, all right? And
Yeah.
just stand in the door like he's some kind of fucking rock star or something. And it's like, "Oh, Kojima-san, woo!" You know what I'm saying? Kojima comes out, all right? He's like, okay, he's got his translator there. Him and his translator are just chilling. He's like, okay, we're gonna show off the Kojima's next game. First of all,
Air quotes game.
showed absolutely fucking nothing. They
Yep.
have it's the game's gonna have Sophia Lillis and Hunter Schafer and what's something Uno something, and it Uma something like that. I don't know. And it I listen. Listen. I love me some Sophia Lillis. Let me fucking tell you. And Hunter Schafer is also a great get. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's really branching out to these Hollywood stars. You know what I mean? And then Jordan Peele came out like, "What's good? It's me, Jordan Peele." And I'm just like, "Oh, great! I only like one of your movies, but I digress." You know what I'm saying? So, like, it was just it I would love to see, like, a television show or a movie with some of Kojima's ideas mixed in with that kind of like visual storytelling that Jordan Peele does, or even Guillermo del Toro. You know what I'm saying? Kojima wants to be making fucking movies. Like, you cannot tell me that he doesn't want to be making movies. He does not want to be making games at this point. Like, I just think it's like it's an avenue in order to get access to these Hollywood types. You know, so I'm just kind of like, all right, cool, but they showed absolutely fucking nothing. And when like Jeff was asking Kojima like what's the game about, and Kojima, you know, he's speaking in Japanese, I was just like, yeah, you know, the game is actually, I have no fucking clue what the game's about yet, but I'm here to show it. Like, I just shitting, you know, just fucking around. And then the translator's like, yeah, basically that bullshit. We don't fucking know what the game's about yet. Kojima doesn't know what the game's about yet, you know? And the fact that they spent like such a long time focused, it felt like a really long time focused on Kojima and Jordan Peele coming out with that little announcement. I'm just like, bro, but the actual winners of these games get 30 fucking seconds, and then the music starts playing over them and the teleprompter comes up like, wrap it up. You're joking. Like, I think Kojima sounds pretty fucking cool, I'm not gonna lie, but he also, the ego on that man is astronomical. You know, he posted his sunglasses or his glasses that he had on, and they have his name on it.
Jesus.
He's a fucking egomaniac, dude. And it doesn't help that he has like people like Jeff literally sucking him off without sucking him off, dude. Fucking egregious.
Dude, the way he was trembling and like that freaking Joker grin, that Cheshire cat grin that he had on his face before, and I was like, oh, this is obviously like, we obviously know who he's about to announce.
Like, he was just so excited. I'm just like, bro, like, wrap it up. You know, like, no, for him, like, wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? Wrap it up when he sticks it. Okay, but I'm just like, it's just fucking, it's ridiculous. And hi, Autumn, what's good, girly pop? How you doing? But yeah, it's just like headache. Okay, that's nice. Like instead of Hideo, it's like ego. Kojima. Yeah, I like that. But yeah, homeboy is a fucking egomaniac, and he's got a bunch of dick suckers following him around, unfortunately. So I'm just kind of like, all right, cool. Great show overall. As someone watching it, I really did enjoy it. But yeah, so here is for best game direction, Alan Wake 2. Again, I'm fucking shocked. Considering some of the complaints I heard. Like, Alan Wake 2, from what I've heard, is one of those games where people absolutely either adore it to pieces or fucking despise it, dude. There is no in between. But Alan Wake 2 won over Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man, Super Mario Bros., and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. So, yeah, I mean, what did you guys think about this?
I was cool with, as far as the awards given out, I was cool with most of them. Like, I didn't have anything to say about, how, what went down with Spider-Man 2018, but this one, Spider-Man 2, like, Insomniac leveled up, and I just feel like they got the shaft on this one.
They got the shaft on literally every single fucking
Like,
every single. Well, how many awards were they?
they were up for like, what were they for
7.
like 7, right? Yeah,
And
7.
how many did they win?
0.
None.
Okay,
I mean, to be fair, it is a type in the genres they're in. Unfortunately, there's games like Alan Wake. If it was like a normal year, I could see Spider-Man winning. But I can see probably why they didn't vote for it, because it's like, oh, are you gonna give? Is it better than Tears of the Kingdom? Is it better than Alan Wake? Is it better than Baldur's Gate at what it does? Like, it's a great game, but is it that tier above?
yeah,
And
no, I
so
hear
they
you.
gave it to. So no wonder
Yeah.
Alan Wake won, because I know the critics love Alan Wake.
See, Alan Wake is the coin toss for me with the stuff that it won, because just like what you said, Luca, like, people either, there's no middle ground. People are either like, I can't stand this game, or they're like, oh, this game is awesome. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, the best shot I think Spider-Man had was best action adventure, which went to Tears of the Kingdom. And I'm definitely not going to say Zelda Tears of the Kingdom didn't deserve it, but at the same time, I feel like there could probably have been other categories Tears of the Kingdom could have won. I don't know. Now I'm shuffling stuff around just for Spider-Man, and I don't want to do that. But I just feel like it really got the shaft hard, and they
Got a
really.
hard shot for sure. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
Well,
Pause.
I mean, as I said in the Discord, though, it was what does Spider-Man and Aloy have in common? They can't win an award.
Hey, what's up, Mav, baby? How you doing, buddy? What's up,
Yeah.
Glenzer? What's up, Leaky? What's up, JT? How you doing, buddy? What's up, Foxy? What's goody, my girl? Geekhead was good. Vac, how you doing, buddy? What's up, Dwayne? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Autumn, I got to get you on the show sometime, girly pop. Scorpio says, "What was the deal with the damn puppets?" Due to if I start speaking
Man.
ill on Jeff Keighley, bro, like it's not gonna get any better if I start talking. Lynch, Dion, Germany, who, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? I'm doing good. What's up, Eastside? How you doing, buddy? But yeah, things are good. Things are good. Just discussing my thoughts on the Game Awards. Share yours below. All right, so then we had best adaptation, of course, went to Neil Druckmann. And it was a pretty heavy hitting category though. Like it had Castlevania, Nocturne, Gran Turismo, The Last of Us, Super Mario Bros. Movie, and Twisted Metal. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I think the Super Mario Brother movie should have won because that shit was fucking fire. It was so
It
good.
should have.
It was so good. Like I literally went downstairs. I had to babysit my nephew one day, and like he was watching it, and I'm sitting there like, "Oh shit, this is actually good." Okay, like I had a good
I
old
really
time
want
with
to watch
so.
that. I need to watch that.
Yeah, you should. It's definitely very good. So I like this category. I hope we see we're gonna have this category. So next year it'll be maybe Halo will be nominated next year. But Halo, the Fallout series, Last of Us, the second season should be nominated. There should be some other stuff as well. So very interested in seeing what comes from that. But The Last of Us won for best adaptation, and then once again, Alan Wake 2 won for Sam Lake and company over Baldur's Gate, Cyberpunk, Final Fantasy, and Marvel Spider-Man. I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought Baldur's Gate 3 would win best narrative. I think so. I'm just I'm surprised to see that. I mean, again, Alan Wake 2 must be like just flames, But again, Insomniac completely shafted. Sucks to suck, I guess. Best art direction goes to Alan Wake 2. I don't know if again, I saw some cool like imagery for Alan Wake 2, but for art direction, I felt like maybe one of these other games would have been better, in my opinion. But Alan Wake 2 won for that. What? Oh, I was what? Oh, as you can see, there's no picture. There's no picture of someone accepting the award because fucking Jeff Cuckley sped through these goddamn categories, dude. Ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous, man.
I'm surprised he didn't flick his hand to the side as he was saying the awards.
Like literally though, fucking throwaway shit, dude. But best score in music, which music is so fucking important when it comes to media, and people, I think some people don't understand the importance of music when it comes to
You're so
really
right.
like highlighting and emphasizing a scene, like really just having that impact. And the fact that it's like Final Fantasy 16 did not win a lot, and they could have had like this be the category where they came up and just like, oh yeah, we won. You know what I'm saying? Like Jeff is getting his verbal lashings and he fucking deserves it, dude. Deserves it like crazy. So, best audio design, Hi-Fi Rush. So, thankfully, they allowed them to come up and get that. Best performance, Neo Newborn for Baldur's Gate 3. And then, of course, he got, he's the one who started crying and, well, he got emotional while discussing his passing colleagues. And again, I think this is just like so disrespectful. I cannot believe that they even considered this to be okay. You know what I'm saying? The way that they rushed him off the stage. It's gross, man. I think it's really gross. For innovation and accessibility goes to Forza. I never played that game. Is it really good for accessibility, Singer?
It is. It's really good. Like, they generally win it a lot because their accessibility features are crazy good.
Nice. And then games for impact. What is it? Shia? Maybe I don't fucking know how to say that, but they won. And then best ongoing game, this is Nautical. Are you there?
I'm here.
What's up, baby? How you
What's
doing?
up? How you guys doing?
What's up?
Yeah, man. To hear you talking about this, about the speed run of the Game Awards.
Oh man,
Man, it was rough out here, bro. It was rough out here. And then Kojima got it felt like 20 minutes to stand up there.
dude, man. Like the one good thing that's come out of this is everybody's blasting his ass about just that because he deserves all the smoke.
But guess what? He doesn't care because he
No,
already
he
knew.
doesn't.
And the funny thing was, it was like he didn't even have anything really to. He didn't have not even really. He didn't have anything to show. He doesn't know what the game is, but he was like, you know what? No, I just want you to be on stage, man, because people love you. I want people to love you just as much as I love you.
Like this is
Fucking
almost as bad as when Kojima got on stage to talk about how he was starting a podcast. It's like you really took up time that people accepting awards could have used to tell people that you starting a podcast. So this was almost as bad as that.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me was because, like I said, this was one of the better shows. Like, I really enjoyed the overall show in general. But and the thing is, I think he has this feeling or this, kind of an understanding that, oh, well, people already know that, we're going to speed through some of the awards and stuff, and we're just going to basically hand wave them. Like, we're going to announce 4 awards at one time before we go to commercial break to talk about the 50th sponsor that we got on this 3.5-hour show. I think he already thinks people know that's going to happen. But it still doesn't feel good, especially when it's a category that you're really interested in to hear what the developer has to say or something like that. It just it's so much hand waving when it comes to that. But I just feel like in general, it's like, well, dude, if your show is going to be, listen, it's like he swings so far in one direction one year and then it goes to the complete opposite. People got on about the show being 4.5 hours long the one time. So now they're putting up signs that says wrap it up. I was like, dude, they turn the music on people. And then it's not even on everybody. Like, some people, shout out to some of the people, they actually got time to really thank people. And it's like, okay, so what was so different for these people than it was for the people that literally just walked up on stage and wanted to say thank you, and then here comes the music. So it was like selective picking on who. It was like some people probably paid money. It's like, oh, if you win the award, you got, you get a little bit more time if you put some money down or whatever like that. I don't know. It just felt real weird. But I just think in general, the show was good. But Luke, just give us a 4-hour show and let people talk and let them get their things, especially in a year like this where there's so many games that people really, it's not like a normal year where games are up and down. Like, this has been like an incredible year of games. Let these people get their stuff off.
No, and to add on to that, I would really like to know how effective the celebrities with those horrible jokes actually are. Like I would like to know how much of a draw they are to bringing people viewership, because I can't righteously say stop doing that if that's one of the things that's bringing millions more viewers. But if it's not bringing the numbers that one would think, then it's like, can we just not do the celebrities with the jokes? I mean, they never land. And it's just some of them man, I've been playing games since blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there on some of them, I'm just sitting there
what the worst
I don't believe
was,
you,
though?
dude. I just don't believe you.
The worst was Anthony Mackie. Let's be for real.
Yo, he went way over.
I was like,
yo was fucking high or something, dude. She was weird.
Wrong?
Dude, he was doing the most.
He's like super the most. Like, he was up here like, yeah, I got you, and yeah, I love you too. I was like, whoa.
Stop it.
I was like,
okay,
literally
enough,
before you even started talking about the award, you literally spent like 45, 50 minutes trying to converse back and forth with the fans. Listen, man, yes, you was an Avenger. People know you and stuff like that. You got a good name. You're doing good out there in Hollywood, but ain't nobody here to look at you. They here to talk about these developers and about these games and celebrate that. Please announce what you here for and get off the stage.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
I just feel like there can be like a healthy medium. The show doesn't need to be 4 hours, but also at the same time, you don't need to tell developers and them to wrap it up after 30 seconds, bro. Like, cut out some of the Cut
Yep.
the fat. Cut the
Well,
fat.
that's
Like
your
that girl
yeah.
at the very beginning who was doing the pre-show, she didn't need to be telling any of those bullshit jokes, bro. She didn't need
Nah,
to, like
man.
whoever was the writers for her. Oh, I was about to say something crazy. I was about to say something fucking insane, dude. I had to censor myself. Listen. Cut it out with the dumb jokes, all right? They're lucky
Yeah.
they're lucky she's something nice to look at. I ended up having to mute my fucking TV after a bit because I was like, I'm not trying to hear this bullshit come out of this chick's fucking mouth, dude. Like, shut up. Okay, I was gonna say something.
Did they still do? Did they do some of the awards during the pre-show like they did last year?
Oh,
What?
yeah, they did
Yeah.
they did best family game. They did the esports awards, and I think they
So-
done one or two others.
So is that really a pre-show when you're literally giving awards away during the show, during the pre-show?
And if
Yeah,
you're giving awards,
like-
if you're giving awards away during the pre-show, you're disrespecting them because
Yeah.
they're not good enough to be part of the main show.
Right.
Exactly. If you ever want to
What?
if you ever want to feel second class, that's how you do people.
Yeah, you get lumbered in the pre-show. If the Doug Bowser came up, and I'm like, I'm sure he's like, why am I in the main show? I'm Nintendo. It's Super Mario Brothers Wonder, but whatever.
It was just as much as most people like, and I think most people like the show in general. It's just so many different ways that they could have went about just the presentation of that. And you're right, Luca. It would be nice to have a nice median, but guess what? It ain't gonna happen because they put so much into marketing, into advertising and stuff like that.
Bro, but I'm
It's like
saying like
they-
it's not even
he-
just the advertisements are like whatever, dude. I'm talking about cut the fucking Muppets, all right? Cut the fucking shitty ass jokes, okay? You don't need that many goddamn celebrity appearances, all right? Like that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like keep your
Yeah.
advertisers. That's fucking fine, dude. But like it's ridiculous that Kojima gets fucking 5 to 10 minutes. But so an actual winner gets 30 seconds, dude. 10 minutes in total for everybody. You're a sick bastard, Jeff.
Is that what it ended up being?
Yeah.
Like 10 minutes
Yep,
altogether for
that's
all
what
the
it
10
was.
minutes
telling me.
altogether. Yep, 10 minutes altogether.
So
They did a time breakdown of everything in the
Really?
show. It was an hour and 30 was ads and commercials. 10 minutes was for the winners. 40 minutes for celebrities and guests. And then the rest was just
That's
fill in the
horrible.
blanks.
So
That's horrible.
check
That's
this
horrible.
out. It all goes in the order of how much money they make, basically. So advertising, the most money.
Then comes the
guest appearances, because guarantee you those guest appearances they're looking at it like, hey, I want to be in front of your audience. It's not that they don't. I guarantee you, it's not the fact that he has to really find people to do it. Those people want to be in front of that many people. They know how big gaming is, and they know that gaming is starting to rival, cinema when it comes to like, it's already pretty much almost doing it when it comes to dollars and cents, when it comes to like how much stuff costs to make when it comes to these games. But they also see that that's where the fan base is like, it's really tilting in that direction. So they're trying to get their names and their faces. And as much as we know who Anthony Mackie and all these other people are, there's a lot of people out there that don't know who these people are, unfortunately. And they want to use that stage to get on it. So I wouldn't be surprised if there were some kickbacks to get on those stages to showcase themselves like that. And
Yeah,
then at the very end, 10 minutes for the people that actually won awards. Which
I wouldn't mind
they
if
make no
this-
money off that. They just
I wouldn't mind if the celebrities were actually introducing a game, Okay, the
Right.
celebrity, like the one for Exodus, the game Exodus.
Yeah, exactly.
When he was in
that's
exactly.
fine.
Interstellar, like that is perfectly fine. Have him there because he's actually in
Yams.
the game and he's part of the
Yes.
conversation.
Yes.
Don't just invite them on to just announce an award or tell some corny jokes, because what's the point in you being there? Why couldn't it just be someone
wasn't
else?
that the same
Yeah.
thing they did? Like, I forget the actor's name that did Jedi Survivor. He actually came on stage when they showcased the game last year. He
Mhm.
introduced
Yeah.
it and everything, and I
Yeah.
thought that was great because it's a person that's in the game.
Exactly.
And he's showing you the first trailer of what that game's going to be, which was Star Wars Survivor or Jedi Survivor. And I thought that was good. But people that have no connection to anything, but just the fact that they're up there, that's what they
Yeah.
need to cut out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
It-
that's a
it's-
that's a,
it's-
that's
it's-
a problem. It's a problem.
Instead of hiring celebrities, there's a whole bunch of industry people there. Why not invite some of them up to give an award? Like, there's tons of people there probably not doing anything. Like, just, would you like to give away an award? Instead of getting an actor, just get one of the industry people, the head something of EA or whatever, come on stage and introduce an award.
Well, I definitely don't want to see the head of EA.
Hey, did you
No,
see?
It was an example. It was an example.
Did you see how Todd Howard looked when they was on stage? And
Yo, he was not feeling that at all.
Yeah, he looked there, it's like, hey, look, that's our boss over there. And Todd Howard's like, yo, wrap this stuff up, bro.
Wrap it up.
Todd Howard was not impressed. He's like, man, do you want to finish this up?
Yeah, that look that he had on his face when they were on stage, he was like, listen, man, it is not about me. Y'all try. And that was
and the dude next to him wasn't feeling it either.
Probably because they did not expect it. People don't like being called out on the spot.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. It's cool and all, but when you saw, but their response was golden.
Yeah, they did not look happy
at all that they was on camera like that.
You mean the Activision?
No, we're talking about Todd Howard and
when Todd Howard when they came out with the Brotherhood suit on and everything, and he pointed over there and said,
there's our boss right there. Yeah.
There's our boss right there. And then they was like, they put Todd Howard and whoever was next to him on camera, and they was like, they actually did the shoe off thing, telling them, hey, hurry the heck up and get off stage.
Yep.
Yeah, just a little too much, but
it was just I said it was too much. I agree with that. It was just in total.
The crazy part is, like, with the game announcements and everything, like, it was better than Summer Games Fest is supposed to be for that, but this was better than Summer Games Fest for game announcements.
I mean, like, it is at this point. Like, this is where it's at, dude. Like, this is where it's at when it comes to announcing games, which is fucking. It's not what it's for. This is the Game Awards. We're supposed to be celebrating the games that came out, not seeing what games come out next year. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, again, that was like the best part of the show, but I'm still saying, bro, it's just.
There was Gamescom had a bunch of good. I mean, because of my taste in gaming, I see things a bit differently. Like, there was a whole bunch of games there where I was like, I'm hyped for this, and everyone else in the Discord was like, nah, that's trash. And I'm like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Like the RTS game, Rogue Sector, Warhammer Rogue Sector, absolutely amazing. But people were like, oh no. But it was like the reveals were great and all, and the ads I didn't mind gaming related, but I know he says it pays the bills. He's done that in his Q&A. Oh, this is what pays the bills. But at the same time, can you, like, just maybe get rid of some of the celebrities? I mean,
that's the main thing, because, like, the game announcements have to be there, because I don't know how many people would tune in if it was only about the rewards, even though that's what it should be about. I think the viewership wouldn't be a fraction of what it is if it was just about the awards, which is sad. So the game announcements need to be there. The celebrities, especially ones that don't have anything to do with the games, coming out there with those jokes and spending a couple of minutes, like, with those horrible jokes, like, that's where, and I know why he's doing it, because star power, it puts eyes on the screen, so I understand what he's thinking. Maybe it's working. I don't know. But it's the whole star power thing is why he's doing it, because, either the data has shown him or he believes that they're bringing more viewers to the show. But
I don't know, because again, I don't watch this shit to fucking see these goddamn. I don't care about seeing these celebrities, not at the Game Awards, unless they're actually like hardcore gamers. Like, at least Simu Liu, when he was talking, he was like, oh yeah, and StarCraft and did it. I'm like, oh, okay, so he actually knows, like, he actually plays these games. You know what I'm saying? So,
how about you get somebody? How about you get somebody, like, it's not like a lot of these people don't have they don't have people at the show because their games are being nominated. How about you have somebody from whatever category you are in? Why won't you have them announce the winners and stuff like that? Why won't you have them, like, one of those, like, you pick somebody out of the group that is literally nominated for said award and they come up and they are the ones that open up the envelope. And if they open up the envelope and they're it, you're going to know because they're going to be super surprised and happy. And if they don't win, then they're just going to call somebody else up to the stage. I just think it did that way would just be a little bit more genuine because people will just be genuinely excited to see what person might walk up on stage and might get a chance to call their own name or something like that.
Well,
And
he
then
did it with some of the categories. I think that he should get the people who won last year to come. Like
that's a good idea
Yeah.
too. Like
He did that with some people, but he should have did it more.
he should have did it more.
Did it with more. Yeah, that's definitely a good
Yeah.
way of looking at it. But then it's just until, like I said, the fact that, like I said, marketing is nothing you can really do about it. But it's like the show was 3 hours and 48 minutes with the pre-show, and more than an hour and 40 minutes of that was ads, basically.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
but let me get hit. Shout out to Lunch with Super Chat. Appreciate you, buddy. Saying awards were mid. You should have done a live stream during. Watching it with people made it fun. Was happily surprised Final Fantasy 16 won the music award though. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't live stream during any of these events because I want to be able to fucking leave. All right. If I'm watching something and it turns out like it's boring or it's trash, I want to be able to turn my TV off and walk away.
You
all
can
right.
still do that.
I'm not about to sit through some bullshit, bro. It's just not going to happen. I want to be able to lay down and go to bed if I start snoozing during the event. Okay. I also like, whatever emotion and react. We're human. Okay. There's a reason why I don't watch. I used to watch E3 with the boys, right? But there's a reason why I don't live stream my reaction during E3 or anything back then. It's because you fucking Debbie, not y'all, but but there's a bunch of fucking Debbie Downers in this goddamn community, and I'm not about to let a bunch of Debbie Downers ruin my mood if I'm like, oh, this looks fun and exciting. What do you mean, Luca? That looks stupid. What? I can't believe you like that. Like, it's just not gonna happen. Okay, so that's why I don't live stream whenever I'm watching these events. You guys are not about to piss me off. Not y'all, but you know what I'm saying, right? So, that's why I don't. But thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, Lynch. Yeah, the awards really were not that important at this point. Like, even when we got to Game of the Year, I was just kind of like, bro, I kind of don't care because of the way you've been treating it all night. But best ongoing game, Cyberpunk should not have won this because it is not an ongoing game. All right. This was an egregious award. Fortnite probably should have won, or Genshin Impact. Or Final Fantasy 14, right?
Anything but the game that won.
Yeah, best community support. Destiny 2 being nominated for this is fucking egregious.
Boy, we ain't gonna go down that road again.
Best independent game is Sea of Stars, which I still need to play this. Oh, this chick here? This is a good looking chick. You know what I'm saying? Best debut indie game, Cocoon. I was and they kept it under 30 seconds. They're just like, yeah, thank you, peace. You know what I'm saying? So
they didn't want to get caught.
Yeah, they're like, y'all listen.
They didn't want to get done like the clown Showtime at the Apollo.
Right, here comes the symphony. Oh man, it's just terrible.
Shout out to Black Metal Gaming saying glad Starfield and Spider-Man won nothing. 3 out of 10 show. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it, man.
That's right,
best mobile game, Honkai Star Rail. Best VR AR, Resident Evil Village VR mode. Best action game, another game that should have been given a proper proper showing. Armored Core 6.
That was a hand wave game right there. Was that one the hand waved?
Yeah, hand wave category, because that's why there's no picture.
Oh
here.
yeah, because there's no picture there.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Unbelievable, man.
All right,
It
best
really is.
action adventure game went to The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Is this the only award Zelda won?
And this is, but guess what?
Yep.
And I said, remember I said it on the show, Ramon. I was like, as soon as they won that, I said, and this is why they won't win Game of the Year.
All right, best RPG, Baldur's Gate. Best fighting game, Street Fighter 6. 2 categories that should have had actual showings. Best family game, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Best sim strategy game, Pikmin 4. Best sports racing, Forza. Best multiplayer, Baldur's Gate. Best most anticipated game, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. Content creator of the year, definitely don't care about that. I don't even know who any of these people are.
Is this in the order they were
best
announced?
sports game. I don't think so. No.
I was about to say because they hand waved a lot in a row.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, they do hand wave a bunch in a row. So, player's voice, Baldur's Gate 3. Listen, I'm done. I'm done. With this part of it. Can you share your screen, Nautical? I sent you a article.
Yes.
Man, I got commentary on that best ongoing game.
Okay.
Like, how crazy is it that first of all they awarded to Cyberpunk, which doesn't belong in that category, then bring out the game that did the lead person on the game that should have got it, No Man's Sky. I guess it was because it was released that year. I guess actually no, that because Cyberpunk didn't release that year. Like, No Man's Sky has put so much new content ongoing in that game. He gives it to Cyberpunk, then brings out the lead from No Man's Sky to talk about his new game, but his game should have won best ongoing game, in my opinion. Like, it's insane the amount of content that they have been putting in for free in No Man's Sky, but then he gives it to Cyberpunk and then brings out the lead person. Like, I don't even understand what he was thinking with that one.
What's up, Darth? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, listen, they just had to they had to give him something, I guess. But okay, so let's get to the fun stuff. Jeff Keighley, you got verbally accosted and you deserved it, okay? You fucking deserve those verbal lashings, bro. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. But yeah, so Game Awards 2023 announcements. Let's take a look at some of these titles. So if you want to start scrolling.
A bunch of
Okay.
fire games.
So what I thought was pretty fucking dope, the God of War Ragnarok Valhalla DLC, free
Oh,
99.
yeah.
I think that was like a nice little little get. That shit's about to be 2 hours in fucking total. Like, well, how long do you guys think it'll be?
It'll be well, it's a rogue like mode, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's pretty dope that they offered that. Then I think the coolest announcement, I gotta say, I'm really happy I didn't get spoiled for this, but Blade.
Yeah.
Arcane is doing a Blade game. That's really fucking dope, dude. Again, I'm a big fucking fan of Dishonored. So I'm very curious to see Arcane's take on the Blade series when it comes to this. I mean, you guys can feel free to speak on any of these titles if you'd like.
Blade, it's going to be interesting because the whole time they were talking, I was sitting there waiting. I'm like, tell me it's going to be third person. When he said that, I'm like, okay, thank you. So it's going to be interesting to see them stretch in a different direction. A lot of people are, upset about the art style, but I think it can work. If anybody can make that art style work, it's Arcane and, Leon, I should say, and I think they can make it work. Like, I mean, it's not going to be probably till the next console generation or the end of this console generation before the game drops, but I'm really interested to see what they're going to do with this. So I thought that was a really cool announcement.
As a mega fan of Dishonored, this took me by surprise, and I can't wait to see what they pull off because I know a lot of people doubt them, but I think they could pull it off. They're a good enough studio.
I think they can too.
Yeah, that was very surprising, and once again, the only thing that was wrong with this announcement was the fact that we had no clarification on anything, and they made it super ambiguous on what's going on with this game. As you can see from all the conversation that literally took place in different social media hubs right after this announcement happened.
Okay.
And all
Tell me
through the
about
rest
some of the
the day.
conversation that took place. I will be right back as you guys are talking, though. I'll listen. What happened?
Yeah, the fact that Xbox, well, not Xbox, because Xbox's name was nowhere near anywhere on this trailer. It just said that it was being made by Arcane, and last time I checked, Arcane is owned by Xbox, and it's a Xbox first party, and they didn't talk about what if this game was going to be an exclusive game. They didn't talk about Game Pass. They didn't talk about anything when it came to this game. And I have some very interesting things that you could kind of glean from that, because a lot of people, it's come out to say that some people think that maybe it wasn't talked about in that in that realm is because, well, if they talk about it being on Game Pass, then it could be like kind of devalued because some people might think that the game won't be of quality or something like that. And then just the fact that a game could be announced that it's only on Xbox could like really, really rile up people and make them not really like the overall announcement of the game. It kind of takes away from just the shock of the game being announced in general. So they kind of just stayed away from it. They stayed away from it in completely. So, you know, I know, Ramon, I want to hear your points on it again because you had some really good things that you said on the podcast the other day. But Singer, what did you think about that when you no announcement, no nothing, just silence when it comes to what's going on with this game when it comes to Xbox?
It's weird and it's multifaceted. I think there's many reasons why it could be. I mean, there's obviously they have the FTC going on. Maybe they're keeping it quiet because of that. On the other hand, people bring up the whole, well, there's no branding, there's no platforms. But the problem is, nothing, when Starfield released, it was only on Bethesda's YouTube. It was never released on Xbox's YouTube. And the other thing is, Indiana Jones, we only know that's exclusive because of the court case. If it wasn't the court case, we'd still be having this conversation about Indiana Jones. So I'm thinking that because Disney are cool with Indiana Jones being exclusive, that they should be fine with Blade being exclusive. And I do believe it'll be exclusive. I just think they're just not announcing anything right now, probably because they can't. There must be a reason. That's why they're declining to comment. So
Yeah. What about you, Ramon?
Well, this everything Singer said for sure. There is there is one factor that makes this a little bit more unique, and that is it is a licensed IP from Marvel / Disney. So I'm wondering if Xbox is doing their damnedest to get them to allow it to go into Game Pass, and I think that might be a fight. I don't know if that's a fight they're going to win, unless Xbox drops like a ton of money to get it into Game Pass, and I'm still not even sure that might happen, especially on a game that's only going to be on 2 platforms, Xbox and PC. The other thing is, once again, like if you know, as far as the exclusivity thing, like I think it's exclusive. I mean, the only argument I can see for it not being exclusive is if as a platform, Xbox not having the clout and the the pull that PlayStation has in terms of with Marvel. But I don't really think that's the case. I just think, like the same thing, they're just not saying it right now. And just like what Singer said about Indiana Jones, the only reason we know is because of the court case. So I would be very surprised if it wasn't exclusive. But the thing that I'm the most interested in is if they are really going to be able to get that into Game Pass, because I could see Disney / Marvel being like, well, why the hell do we want this in Game Pass when we could have sales instead? So if it would have to be a mega check to get that to happen.
I don't think it is, because it's a game. Because all they had to do was pay for the licensing. The actual development of the game has nothing to do with them. That's all Arcane. So since they don't have, all they had to do was pay for the license. So I'm imagining that they could put it in Game Pass because Arcane and Xbox, given Arcane is now under Xbox, they want their games in Game Pass day one. So Marvel would have already known this, because they would have had to have talked to Xbox at some point, right? Because Arcane would have made the thing, but they would have to report to Phil, like, yo, yeah, by the way, we're making this deal with Marvel, or we have this deal with Marvel, etc., etc.
Yeah, I think I guess it depends on what the contract is, if there's any percentages, or if they only paid for the license, and then I guess you're right. They probably just paid for the license, and the rest is whatever. So in light of that, then you're probably right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What everybody's been talking about ever since, Spider-Man came out, 2018 came out. We had 3 Spider-Man games on PlayStation platforms. We got Wolverine coming up in the next couple of years. So Sony's pretty set when it comes to that. even Nintendo's got its one, Marvel game in Ultimate Alliance 3 a couple years ago. A lot of people have been saying that we want Xbox, to dabble in this space. Do we think how much pressure do you think that this is going to have on it? We know nothing really about the game as of right now, but what kind of pressure do you think it's going to be on this to kind of bring Xbox into that fold when it comes to these type of games being, Xbox actually, especially if it's exclusive? How much pressure you think is going to be on this game to perform like all the other ones?
I don't think there'll be a lot of pressure because, I mean, it's a superhero game, but they also understand that, it's Arcade making it. Like, if you're expecting an Insomniac level game, I don't think Arcane is like that with superheroes. So I would say it's difficult to say. I'd say the pressure isn't much on it. It's same thing as Indiana Jones, I'd say. There we
Yeah,
go.
actually, I feel the same way. Like I have a hard time thinking that there would be a ton of pressure on it. I think that if Arcane can work Arcane's magic, and they're obviously stepping outside of their zone doing a game like this, especially in the perspective they're doing it in, and if Arcane can just do something special with this game, and I mean, they can even put some of their signature in it. I mean, you can have some, the occasional stealth mission here and there, like if he's going into a vampire coven or something like that before you bust out into the full action. Obviously, you don't want to have a whole game stealth game as Blade, but you can have some of that seasoning in there, that Arcane stealth seasoning in there, you know, as their signature. But yeah, I don't really see, like, I saw tons of pressure for Starfield, and we don't even have to go down that road. But and even if Redfall turned out to be good, I didn't see pressure on Arcane for Redfall either, because I don't know, it's different for some reason. I can't explain why, but I don't see that same amount of pressure for Blade. I think as long as you know, they come out and do what they do, I think it's gonna be fine. And since it's Arcane Leon, as long as people, the people who know the difference between Arcane Austin and Leon, I think that gives Leon a
And
little bit of extra benefit of the doubt.
yeah, and I agree with that, but I also think that's the reason that it may be. I don't think it's going to be unsurmountable pressure on it, but I do think the fact that a lot of people, just like Naughty Dog has two teams, it's just Naughty Dog. It could be an A team and a
Yeah,
B team all you want, but the fact that when we hear, same thing with like Dice over at EA, like there's Dice LA, and then I forget that there's Dice Montreal or something like that. But it's just Dice. That's all when you see Dice up there, you think Battlefield, developer made Battlefield, but you don't really think about all the
that's
other
true.
things that they make too.
That's true. And only people like us keep up with that. Other
Exactly.
people are just like, well, what are you talking about? It's Arcane. Like,
And
no,
and
it's Arcane Leon. Wait, what's
exactly.
Leon?
It's a
Yeah.
completely different Arcane,
Yeah.
but I think the fact that Arcane's name was on Redfall is still, like I said, I don't think it's going to be insurmountable, but I do think there is a little pressure there.
Oh, there's 100% pressure for them to make a good
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, I think,
100%, especially after Redfall. I know it's two different teams, but they're fucked when it comes to their
exactly.
name right now. You're only
Exactly.
as good as your last game or what people last know you for, right? So, listen, I I have faith in them, especially since it seems like it's a game they want to make. It's a game they want to make. You
Yeah,
know
they
what I'm
want to make
saying?
it.
So I'm sure that they can perform to the best of their abilities. I'm not too concerned about that as of right now. We'll see what happens as we get closer and closer to the game actually being released. When we see some gameplay, I think how the gameplay is will determine how it should be. What's up, Black Metal Gamer? Saying, why does Kojima get extra time while others can't? Because he's Jeff's buddy. And shout out to FTW for becoming a member of the Legion. Appreciate you, my boy. What's up, guys? What's up, Cap? How you doing, buddy? What's up, True Bleed? How you doing, buddy? Ryan, how's it going, bud? Yeah, Blue Moon, how's it going? Virgil, how y'all doing? But yeah, so then crazy. First of all, I used to love Crazy Taxi growing up. That shit was so goddamn fire. But yeah, so Sega came out and dropped their balls on the table. So this is fucking awesome. I
Basically.
really like this.
Yep.
All these titles, you can keep scrolling, not.
Oh, you
That
know what?
Sega
What?
announcement
You
actually
know
was
what?
fire though.
Let's be for real. Light no fire. Your boy was out. Murray was out there literally trying not to make any type of promises with that game.
Oh, I did.
He was super trying to sidestep everything Jeff was asking him about.
Yep.
that game.
He
He's
was
like, we are
being very
not about to have
careful.
this. We are not about to have this problem in
That
2024.
man is scarred.
He's
That
like,
man
y'all
is
are not about to
scarred.
trap me.
Y'all
Yeah,
are
that
about
man
to
is
get me.
scarred for life, man. He
Tony,
got
y'all ain't gonna
PTSD.
get me. Tony out here saying it's my fault and it ain't.
I gotta give him props though, man. He learned from every mistake. Not only did he learn to be careful about what he talks about and what he promises, but turning No Man's Sky into what it is, and I've actually put it in my wish list. I need to play that. But
I
yeah,
didn't realize
that
there's
was
so
fun.
many expansions for that game. Like as
Dude,
they were showing off
yes,
the game, I was like, dude, how many packs did they
different
release
game.
for this game?
dude.
And they
It's
were
a
all
completely
free
different
updates,
game, and all
except
free
for the major
updates.
ones.
Yep.
Yeah, crazy. Final Fantasy, I did not expect Final Fantasy to be getting DLC already. Shout out to them. One DLC dropped on the day of the Game Awards, which was the Echoes of the Fallen, and then we get Rising of Tides this summer or this spring. I didn't finish it yet. Singer, did any of you guys finish Final Fantasy 16?
Absolutely not.
All right, we can move on from that then.
Well, for my part, like
yeah, go ahead.
it's I'm still drowning in 2023, so I'm trying to catch up. I've placed it a little bit farther back for the sole reason of I'm hoping it'll be on PC by the time I get to it. But if not, then I'll go ahead and get it on PS5. But I put it a little bit farther back on my list because I figure if it's been this long, then maybe it'll be on PC by the time I get to it. But I'm definitely gonna play it.
Right.
All right, so shout out to Stone, who's a member for 14 months, saying, I love you.
Stone, what's up, Stone?
Have a great show. I love you too, babe. Thank you. You're the best. Yeah, the first Descendant looks good. I was feeling interested in that, and the first Berserker Kazan, that looked pretty fucking dope too.
Yeah, it did.
Man. And then also, let's see here, Sparking. What is that? Sparking Zero.
Yeah.
That looks pretty fucking dope. New Visions of Mana game, so it's pretty dope.
I love the Mana
Rise of the
series,
Ronin.
so that was huge.
Yeah, the Mana game, I'm definitely gonna have an eye out for that. And Rise of the Ronin looks really good too.
And the new look of Metaphor was real nice. Like,
yeah, Metaphor was looking pretty fucking fire, dude. That shit is fire, man.
I mean, it's kind of a given who's making the game. Like, we understand the pedigree.
So, Hellblade?
It looks great, but not me playing it.
Yeah, I think Hellblade looks fantastic. I know I said this a while back. I was like, the reason why they're not showing the gameplay is because the gameplay is probably the same or very similar to the first game. And guess what that shit was? Okay, exactly. Very similar. But it still looks
extra
great.
weapon, yeah.
I think it looks great.
I'm definitely playing it. It's day one for me. Like the simplistic combat did not bother me at all in the original game. That was not a drawback to me. I mean, maybe because I understood too that the team was so small and what they were working with, but like I thoroughly enjoyed it. The only drawback it had was a couple of those visual puzzles like weren't precise enough because I was looking in the right direction and it still wasn't quite connecting. And but other than that, yeah, I was fine with it. So this is day one for me.
I think Hellblade 2 is definitely one of those games that's going to improve on some of the concerns that people had for the first one, for the most part. I did want to say the only reason I didn't beat Hellblade was because, like, I remember I think I had like some really good headphones and like listening to like the voices in my head, I was like, oh, I can't do this. I can't fucking do this. As someone who has mental health issues, I was like, oh no, let me go ahead and take this shit off. And I couldn't beat the game because of that. So it got, I mean, it got to me, like it affected me.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'm not doing this to myself. So
Quite a few people I've seen that said the same thing.
yeah, but I think it's excellent that it was able to evoke that kind of emotion in me. You know what I'm saying? Where it was like I felt genuinely unsettled, and I think it achieved what it set out to do because it was able to do that to me. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Black Myth Wukong looks
Oh,
fucking
yes.
fire. That shit
Freaking
looks
fire.
amazing. That was my standout game for the night. That shit looks fucking
Oh,
amazing,
yeah.
dude. That
Yes,
shit
it
looks
does.
fucking phenomenal. Now I know that there's some apparently there's some discourse about the studio behind the scenes, some sexism. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't care. Oh, not my
And
headphone
if
coming
we
out. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have to read into it more. I need to see how far the sexism went. You know what I'm saying? Sexism in general. You know, maybe the sexism gives it a little flavor. I'm fucking joking. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just messing around, guys. I don't think it's good that there's any sort of discrimination going on behind the scenes, allegedly, right? But I'll have to look into that more to see what might be going on with that. But regardless of that, which is still like a major allegation, of course, I think the game looks fucking phenomenal, and I'm really interested in it myself. That was my standout game.
Yeah, same here. Like that game looks absolutely freaking incredible. And I've been saying this since I've said this a few times since they've showed more trailers. The first couple trailers I watched, my mother-in-law was sitting next to me, and she's Chinese, so she's like super excited to see this to the point where she's gonna buy it for me because she knows like she's knows all of that lore and everything. So like I showed her the trailer yesterday of that one, and she's just like blown away. She's like, "Oh, I can't wait! What time? When does it come out?" So it's kind of funny seeing like this little old Chinese lady who like is like super excited for this game. So that adds another layer of anticipation for me because to see like how excited she is for it and have her like explain some more of the lore to me and everything. So that's gonna be fun. Definitely looking forward to it.
We are never gonna
So, like, was
finish
there anything else?
GTFO. We're
Oh
never
yeah, we're
gonna,
definitely not. Definitely
we're
not
never
gonna
gonna
finish
finish
it.
that game. Never gonna
There
finish
was another
that.
game.
That
The
game.
Warhammer,
Go ahead.
One?
Go ahead.
the XCOM style game, Warhammer Rogue Sector. That was a nice surprise. Also, Exodus, because as soon as that combat started in Exodus, I was like, "What in the Mass Effect is this?" Like the camera angle, the combat, the gunplay, everything just reminds me of Mass Effect, which isn't a bad thing.
Yeah, I think
So,
Slomo was talking about how Drew Carpentier is that the game with Drew Nautical? Did you guys discuss this on DPS?
Yes, I think that is the game that's the game that we think is made by them, but yeah, we didn't have that much information on it, so we really didn't talk about it that much.
All right, so Drew's the one who wrote Mass Effect 1 and 2, y'all, aka Goated Games.
Goated game of all time.
Absolutely.
So I didn't actually watch the trailer. I was distracted talking shit on Twitter. So I need to go back and watch it. But yeah, I hear you. I hear you, Vac. I definitely hear you. What's Lil Sad Boy Blue was goody. ACO was goody, my boy. Tando, what's up? Okay, so like the silence, I'll tell you guys what happened, right? So I'm eating a bag of chips, right? And I thought like my panel would have more to say about these fucking games. So I was like, nomming on my fucking sea salt chips. I put some hot sauce on it. Like I was having a good time,
Sea salt and vinegar.
No, so just sea
yeah.
salt, which these are pretty fucking basic, bro. It's sea salt and vinegar are fire though. That's my favorite chip, So anyway, yeah, so I was just enjoying that. I thought my panel would have more to say about these fucking games, but I guess not. So
Well,
anyway, that's why there was that.
I didn't want to cut anybody off or talk too
we
much.
could talk. We could talk about
because I
Suicide
definitely
Squad
could have
if
went
you want.
longer, but I didn't want to take everything over. So.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
could talk about Suicide Squads or Stormgate or
I definitely don't care about any of that right now. So
yeah,
anyway,
okay.
we just go ahead and move on because but let's go ahead and yeah, I was smashing those chips, you know what I'm saying? But let's talk about Grand Theft Auto 6 trailers. So the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer dropped, and it dropped early actually because it was leaked. So Rockstar was like, fuck it, they dropped it. Shit looks fire. I think it looks amazing. A lot of people were concerned about the game being quote unquote woke because of some comments that Rockstar made about toning down certain jokes, not punching down anymore when it comes to jokes, removing some of the transphobic content from GTA 5, I believe. So people were concerned that the game was going to be quote unquote woke, which whatever that may mean to some people at this point, right? Because the actual meaning has been completely diluted at this point. But yeah, trailer came out, and guess what I saw? I saw ass everywhere. All right, ass, 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 ass. Like, yeah, I was like,
Yes.
wow,
Oh man.
it looks fucking phenomenal. The main character, her name is Lucia, and what's her boyfriend's name?
Lucky
Lord.
bastard.
We
I'm
don't
sorry.
exactly fucking exactly, right? So Lucia and her boyfriend Lucky Bastard, they're the two playable characters when it comes to GTA 6, and the game like didn't really show too much, just kind of showed like the environments and everything. Apparently it's going to be more of a Bonnie and Clyde sort of situation. Lucia, I'm just happy that Rockstar has not decided to follow this trend that some Western gamers have taken, in which they make their female characters fucking hideous. In my opinion, just my opinion, I for one don't want to play as anyone ugly. Personally, these are video game characters, so it doesn't really matter, right? In my opinion, when it comes to discussing how they look negatively, but like positive speaking, I think Lucia is banging. I remember when it like forever ago, some gameplay leaked, and I was like, oh wow, she's really pretty, and she has like a body, like she has a nice figure and stuff, right? Because like regardless of how some people may feel, like there are women who are actually shaped like that and built like that in real life, who look that good in real life. You know what I'm saying? Who are thick like that in real life. Ooh, like you know what I'm saying? Like there are women who are like that. So it's like I'm happy that we're getting some of that thick chick representation because it's been sorely lacking. Okay, I like my women to look. I like my women to look soft, supple, succulent, with some nice, just some nice nice curves. A nice a nice rack on them, fat ass, it's just like it's nice. It's really nice.
This is Luca
I'm
Doodle.
enjoying I'm
Oh my
enjoying the
God.
fact that these chicks are not straight figured, just straight like a fucking line. I'm enjoying seeing some fucking curves on these chicks, my boys. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm really happy. Like chicks were fucking twerking on the cars. Chicks were in their fucking bikinis. You know what I'm saying? Chicks were walking on the beach, all different kinds of body shapes and everything. And it's nice to see a
Yep.
diversity in body shapes, mostly. Regardless of the commentary I just had, it's nice to see a diversity in body shapes when it comes to that kind of thing. Because
Yep.
again, while there are women who are unfortunate in the face, you know what I'm saying? You go ahead and pull like a buck and bronco on those, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, but
God damn.
anyway, for those who know, for those who know, right? But yeah, it's just like it's really nice to see the diversity in body types, yeah,
Oh yeah, everywhere too. The club,
everywhere.
the beach, top of
Yeah.
cars.
No, it was really nice. I mean, the different skin tones, different body types. Like they did their homework and they did the assignment. They knew the assignment and they nailed it.
Listen, man, you could definitely tell that they and shout out to E. He was like, the fact that they literally must have looked at a lot of the news stations down in Florida and Miami and stuff. And they,
Yep.
like, you got there was literally the same video of a crocodile walking in a convenience store. And they literally put that in there, and then shout out to Autumn. Autumn had a really good tweet when the trailer came out where she was talking about, car slammed to the ground with a Monte Carlo and a Charger with rims on it, and the girl with big booty girl sitting on top of a car. She said that's straight up Miami. And then, man, like when I watched that trailer, I can't even say how many times, man. And every time I look at it, I'm like, this is going to be incredible when it comes out.
The thing about the trailer is it's literally just Florida Man the game. Like, the Adventures of Florida Man is what it should be called.
Definitely.
Because someone did a side by side of all the references that actually happened and the references in the game.
Like the dude watering his grass outside with his bikini on.
Yep, and the girl working on top of the car.
Working on top of the car? Yeah, I was like literally stuff they put in the
I initially thought that was just, they made that up, and then I saw the side by side. I was like, wait, someone actually did that on the movie.
Yeah, I recognize some of those references, like with the was it crocodile, alligator, whichever one that is, right? Back to, and the dude with the tattoos. Yeah, I recognize some of the references. I was like, this is pretty dope, dude. Like, I think they did a really good job in staying true to form. And I've heard from a couple people that Miami, like the women down in Miami, like they really look like that. You know what I'm saying? So like Miami's kind of its own little thing, kind of its own little culture, So it was really interesting to see that depicted on screen. And it looks really, really good. It looks really, really good. Like the game in general. So I'm as someone, I think it was Tando in the chat. Someone in chat said her boyfriend's name is Jason. So I'm really curious to see how the story goes. But yeah, with like all good things, also some controversy came out of it. So for some reason, for some very weird and random reason, I think the issue comes down to this. People are so fucking obsessed with the anti-woke bullshit that they have to find something. They have to find something to fucking complain about. Something to fucking complain about. Because I remember right before the game release, when they were talking about Lucia, there was a bunch of people like, oh, she's gonna be a single mom. Ew, this is so woke. Well, like, I don't want to be a parent. Oh my god, she's Latino. Ew, like, what? I don't want to play as this. Like, this game is so woke. Woke. Shut up, dude. Shut up. Like, nobody's trying to hear any of that shit, dude. I feel like the terminology has just been completely fucking watered down. Like, there is a difference between being annoyed about some of the SJW bullshit that they try to shove down our throats. That's just like blatant pandering. Like, that's one thing. But people of color existing, or gay people existing, trans people existing in a forum doesn't automatically mean it's woke or SJW
or
because
political.
These people are political, because these people exist in real life. Black people exist in real fucking life. So just because a medium features those kinds of characters, it doesn't automatically make it woke or SJW. You know what I'm saying? There are things that go into that. Like, there's blatant fucking pandering. It's when it's like how Bungie has shut down a bunch of their diversity and inclusivity clubs because that shit never fucking mattered to them in the first place. It was fucking pandering, their Latinx bullshit. They got backlash from that, but did they care? Absolutely fucking not. That's fucking pandering, dude.
Man,
and it's nothing, There's just a difference between that and then Black women, Latino men, like just existing in general, there's a difference.
I find it funny when you said Latinx, like that's how you can tell it's pandering, because they keep saying Latinx, and Latinos hate the term Latinx, yet they keep saying Latinx. Like you can tell it's completely tone deaf and it's completely pandering. Something like this is it's just people existing in a space. But the people who are complaining, they either A, aren't smart, are too dumb to know the difference, or B, they do know the difference, but they are probably racist. Because anyone with some sense can see the difference between pandering and people existing in a space because they exist in that space.
Exactly. Like some of these fucking anti-SJW channels, the ones who are like, don't even have it it in them to showcase even a bit of fucking nuance. They're the ones who are just like, I would prefer not to have any sort of fucking color, any sort of fucking diversity in any of my titles. I really think that though there are those kinds of people. So there,
Oh yeah.
again, for some fucking random ass reason, some fucking cucks came through and were just like, well, Grand Theft Auto 6 is woke because Lucia's trans. What? And they just literally just
That just
fucking made
blows
that
my
shit up,
mind.
bro. They just
Yeah.
made it up out of fucking. They just pulled that shit out of their bitch asses, and we're just like, she's fucking trans, and they just did that for a reason to bitch about the game, to hate on the game. Like, there's no what? Like what? Okay, so there's
Makes no
article.
sense, man.
Like, who is this? Fucking what is this guy's name from Drama Alert? Oh lord, what's his name?
Keemstar?
Keemstar. Keemstar.
Yeah.
Fucking, he's like, first look at GTA 6 female protagonist. She's rumored to be transgender. Franklin Sugar Mama, LOL. And then like he got community noted. Like there is no rumor that Lucia is transgender. The only reference to the rumor is a Reddit post which states it is rumored, but shows no evidence of making such a claim. So first of all, like, what is it? Because at first, again, you saw people complaining, she's a single mom, and then you saw now with this nonsense where she's fucking trans. Like, which one is it? Anti-SJW, anti-woke cucks? Which one fucking is it? All right? Which one? Okay? Come on. And then this guy's like, if this bitch Lucia is trans, I swear on my life, I'm never gonna participate in this bullshit. Nobody fucking cares, loser. Okay? Nobody fucking cares that you're not gonna play a fucking video game. Get over yourself, all right? No one gives a fuck. Like, who are you? I don't even know. Let me go look at this dude's Twitter account. Hold on.
Well, he's already coming from a place of he's already coming sideways. Like, if this bitch, like, why she got to be a bitch? You know what I mean? Like, he's already coming sideways just in his opening couple words.
Just
Like,
fucking ridiculous, dude. Like,
yeah.
nobody cares that you don't want to play as a fucking trans person. Tim Pool, another cuck, balding. Let me not talk. Let me not let me not talk about him. All right. Yeah. So these fucking random ass dudes are just like, I don't know. It's fucking random. I just don't understand. You know,
Well,
I don't understand. Like, again, they're just trying to look for a reason to hate on her for some reason. They're like, oh, she's got an Adam's apple. I'm just like, what are y'all? And this person, I'm
just
assuming
talking.
that they're trans or whatever and gay because they got the flags. I don't know. It could be a troll account. Like, oh, she's trans because of this, and I'm like, bro, come on, dude. Like, okay, like, it reminds me of like Billie Eilish came out as whatever the fuck she is. She likes girls as well as guys, right? And she lost like 100,000, probably more at this point. She's lost like 100,000 um, followers on Instagram. This bitch has 100 million fucking followers. 100 million. So
Wow.
losing 100,000, 200,000, that's absolutely a drop in the fucking bucket. It does not matter. It doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It matters to her because she was upset about it. But like, it doesn't actually matter. And that's the thing. Like, if there are people who are prejudiced in any sort of way and are just like, well, I'm not going to play it. Okay. Like, I really am absolutely baffled by this narrative because there are some people who are just like, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to fail if it's got any of that woke shit. Grand Theft Auto 6 will be anything but if it's not going to fail. It's not a game. If it's true this game's going to flop, no, it's not. You fucking idiot. Rockstar is not your run-of-the-mill fucking developer, okay? They're Rockstar. They're Rockstar, all right? The game is not going to flop. You must be one of those fucking new ages or something who wasn't around for the phenomenon that was Grand Theft Auto 5 when that game came out. That shit's fucking ridiculous. The game is still fucking charting, bro. It's ridiculous, all right? They're not gonna, there's no go woke, go broke for fucking Rockstar, dude. If the game is actually good, if it has some fucking woke or SJW bullshit in there, like sprinkled in, the game's still gonna sell because it's fucking Rockstar. Get your heads out of your asses and realize reality here. That go woke, go broke shit only works if the IP already looks like it's gonna be trash, you know? Like that fucking all-female Ghostbusters bullshit. I'm like, I look like trash, dude. It looked like trash. Nobody wants to fucking watch that. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So like,
Yep.
it failed. So
I
it's stuff like that.
actually enjoyed that movie.
Oh, okay. Well, we all enjoy different things, Ramon. We all enjoy different
No, I
things.
know I'm the only person on earth who did. I know that. Yeah.
So
I
just
admit it.
some bullshit there, and then some other shit came through. She was like, I think this is a girl. She's like, Grand Theft Auto 6 has a chance to fix the franchise's terrible record of LGBT plus representation. I'm just like, why are we? I'm like, what's the point of this conversation? Like, I really think that Rockstar isn't who you should be looking towards when it comes to proper representation, considering that the Grand Theft Auto series is a parody in itself. It's a parody of American culture and different kinds of stereotypes. Like, you shouldn't be looking for representation of that type in these kinds of titles, in my opinion. But that's just my
Yeah.
perspective on it. And then, of course, fucking Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate, aka the alleged sex traffickers. The alleged sex traffickers, the actual literal fucking pimps, are talking about how they don't like the violent themes. Mind you, he is being not convicted. He's being accused of sexual assault. So I'm just like of multiple counts of sexual assault. And so it's just kind of like, what? Like, you of all people are gonna come out and talk about, like, we don't like the violent themes? Like, I need y'all to start being fucking serious for one goddamn second. And I think it really comes down to it being a video game thing, and they think it's a waste of time. I think that's what it is, not the actual nature of what the game is. What's up? Gene, how's it going? Oh, y'all don't claim what did he do? Because I see a lot of people don't like Simu, and it may or may not be from that Reddit thread a couple years ago.
I must be out of the loop because I like his work. I didn't realize that he was all embroiled in controversy because I
Yeah,
like the guy.
there are people who don't like him because of some things he said a couple
Ooh,
years
man.
back on Reddit before he was famous. So,
Oh, damn. Yes,
I
I don't
just
know anything about that. I didn't shamefully I didn't know who he was until what was the movie called? The Five Rings, I think it was. I totally am drawing a blank here. The
Shang-Chi,
Marvel Shang-Chi, yeah.
which is
Like,
fucking fire. That movie's
yeah, I
amazing.
love that movie. So, like, I don't know much about him outside of that, but I was just like, oh man, the movie was great. And then, he said a few things online that were pretty cool, and I was like, oh, okay, seems like a cool guy, but I haven't kept up with him. So, man,
Oh shit.
that's too bad if he's like drawing ire from the public.
What's up, Gene? How you doing, buddy? You doing, baby? So, Gene's like, he's like, Simu is mega cringe. It's just my opinion. The Reddit comments or whatever, but the issue is that anytime anyone criticizes him, he only attacks women.
Oh
Oh,
man.
that's not
Oh
good.
man.
That's not good. Oh, he's one of those kinds of cucks.
Damn.
Ooh. All right. Well, yeah, I
That's
don't
too
really
bad.
pay too much mind. I just ignore him at this point. But what? Damn, what you cooking?
No, that was a bar that I just dropped by
Oh,
accident.
I thought that was a plate. Ryan says the GTA 6 trailer broke the YouTube views too. Like, how many views is it?
In 24 hours we were tracking it. It was at like 2 hours before it was at 97 million before the 24-hour mark. So I would imagine it's over 100 million now.
Yeah,
that was just in 24 hours.
Anyone who thinks this game is gonna fail is a fucking idiot. You're dumb. Okay,
Man.
you're fucking stupid, honestly
Just-
speaking.
There's
And
no
I
way.
feel like I can say that with confidence. You're fucking
Yeah.
stupid if you think this game's gonna fail because of any sort of quote unquote SJW bullshit.
It's going to be printing money, and all of us that they're going to strong arm into double dipping, myself included.
Exactly. GTA 6 could be terrible and still make $1 billion. Like, literally, this shit's fucking, it's gonna print money, dude. It's gonna print money. Like, he walked back his callouts on Mark on the, ooh, he did? Ooh. Okay. I believe it's over 150 million last time I checked. Thanks, Jason. Yeah, Rod was saying Ramon's dropping bars on the show. Literally, though.
What's up,
135
Ryan?
million in 5 days. Yeah, there's no way this shit's gonna fail. Anyone who says it's gonna fail is out of touch and so deluded and hyper fixated on the woke, anti-woke fucking culture that we are trapped in, that they think that that shit actually matters. Again, go woke, go broke only works in certain circumstances. And the shit already has to be garbage. It already has to be garbage. And then they add all that nonsense to it, you know? So, yeah, I mean, listen, I'm looking forward to the game. I can't wait to see more on it myself. Um, just go ahead and like this tweet here. And yeah, I think it's gonna do well, obviously. I even think that the story is gonna do well. I'm very curious. There has been some kind of, the GTA franchise has also drawn some ire from the fucking anti like some conservative folks who are just like they're highlighting violence, and they're they're trying to market towards children. Like, okay, this concept that video games are for kids, it's got it. Like the fact that that is still a narrative that exists to this day is so unfortunate, because the game is obviously rated M for mature. If the kid starts playing the game, it's on their parents for being shitty parents and not noticing. Like, it's on them for not getting with the times, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, my
Yep.
mom, I mentioned this before. When my brother was in fucking elementary school or middle school. No, it had to have been elementary school. She bought him Saints Row the Third, and I remember walking
Ooh.
in and watching him run around with that fucking dildo bat, and I was like, "Mom," I was like, "Mom, mother, like, what's going on, man? Like, what's happening here?" And she was like, "Oh, I didn't know." And but after that, she did start paying attention. I tried to get her to buy me God of War 2, and she was like, "Nope." And I was like, "All right, all
There's
right,
y- it's
whatever."
it's crazy. It's funny because even in 2023, there is still a subset of people that equate video games with Mario and Pac-Man. In 2023, there are people who still think that's what they equate video games to.
Exactly. Yeah. It's people just don't know, dude. They're just really ignorant on it. And
It's
that's not
crazy.
insult. Being We're all ignorant on different kinds of topics, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, the fact that people are still ignorant on this despite um gaming having such a major impact on the culture at this point is just kind of crazy to me.
Well, I don't understand it at this point. Like, it's not like there's not commercials where you see what these games look like now, and you hear the acting behind it. Like, you literally can be sitting watching TV and see a video game commercial come on.
Mhm.
Like, how can you even passingly see that and still think, "Oh, it's just a video game," like, Mario, like, but there are people for some reason who still think that way.
Yeah. No, for real though. Especially whenever I see like women start commenting on it, I'm just like, "Oh my god, like, my boyfriend has played, like, if you play games, it did," mind you, fucking spending all these hours, watching sitting your ass just
TikTok.
watching TV or chilling
Yep.
on Tik First of all, I do that, I sit around watching TikTok, okay, I'm not ashamed to say it, like, that
Yeah,
TikTok is
but you
so much
also
fun.
don't denigrate video games.
That's true, I
Yes,
don't, because I'm not a fucking dumbass, you know what I'm saying? So,
That's how
and you
I shut
probably
people down all the time that way.
and
Like, "How much
probably
time do you
people
spend on TV?"
surfing Instagram.
Oh, dude, like, in sending each other videos constantly, like,
Mhm.
all day. Oh, no, every time somebody tries to come to me about the video game thing, I ask them, I'm like, "How many hours a day do you watch TV?" "Oh, 2 to 3 hours." So, you're sitting on the couch watching TV for 2 to 3 hours, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm actually engaging with the content that is on my TV for 2 or 3 hours.
yeah, and, like, games can tell really emotional and compelling and adult stories, and people just again,
Absolutely.
they still associate it with Mario, dude. They still think it's, like, some kiddie shit, and, of course, there are games that are aimed at children, but, like, there's a lot of very mature titles that are very interesting, and, like, there are games like I said, Life is Strange Episode 4, the original Life is Strange Episode 4, I remember staying up late to play that episode, and I was so emotionally distraught and devastated that I actually started crying. Oh god, and I tear up thinking about it. And I was just really upset and really emotional because it was just like the voice acting and the themes and what was happening on screen. It just like it got to me. It really did get to me. And it's like games, when
Man,
a game can make you feel a lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
oh, yeah, like, people, a lot of people like to, talk about, Kojima, but Death Stranding one of the most powerful scenes I've ever seen in a game was at the end of Death Stranding. God, I can't remember the actor's name, but he delivered the most like powerful emotional performance in that one scene with Norman Reedus. It freaking blew me away. Like, pull it up on YouTube. You can pull it up on YouTube. Like, it was, he should have won. If he didn't, he should have won an award, like whether within gaming or outside of gaming. That was an amazing performance.
Damn, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, I really
Yeah,
like.
Mads Mikkelsen. There it is.
I
I
love
think
Mads
that's his name.
Mikkelsen. He's
Yeah,
such a great actor.
he
Oh,
killed it in that
watch
game.
NBC's Hannibal, please. Watch NBC Hannibal. Okay, show is fucking phenomenal. Best first season of a television show I've ever seen. The way episode 1 and episode 12 came together, the way it all just like, bro, that shit is fucking phenomenal. Watch NBC's Hannibal, starring Hugh Dancy and Mads Mikkelsen. Okay, check that shit out. Lawrence Fishburne is also in it. Fantastic show. So yeah, just and then yeah, I'm looking forward to Grand Theft Auto. And then something else that happened. So Christopher Judge, that's how you say his name, right?
Yep.
Christopher Judge made a little lighthearted joke about his speech being longer than the Call of Duty campaign. And then he made like a little throwaway line where he's like, I'd never want to work there anyway.
No, that's not what he said. He said after he said that, he laughed and he said, another company I'll never work for.
Oh, I mean, that's good. I took it as him saying like he wouldn't want to work there anyway. But
Oh, no.
that could be,
He said that as in they'll never hire me now because I said that.
well, you shouldn't want to work for them considering some of the spooky shit that be going on behind the scenes. But
Yeah.
anyway, he makes that little lighthearted joke, and I thought it was like, unlike all the other cringe bullshit jokes they told during the Game Awards, this was a joke that was actually fucking funny. And I thought it was really lighthearted. It wasn't making, I don't think he was attacking the developers or anything. He was just saying like the Call of Duty campaign was short, which like
It's a fact. It's not even an opinion. It's
like
factually true.
exactly, he was just making light of that. But some Call of Duty devs like were really hurt and insulted, and some fans of COD were hurt and insulted, and they've been getting on his ass about it. And I'm just like, I am for the notion that, developers, like, if you work in an industry with people, you should be mindful of how you address certain things. Like, the critique should be a little bit more well formulated, depending, especially because if you work in the industry, you don't want to burn any bridges, right? But like, that kind of joke inspiring that kind of upset is like, you're sensitive. I'm sorry, like, you're really fucking sensitive. Like, you're sensitive. And it's not that big of a fucking deal. It was just a good throwaway joke. I don't think anyone would even be talking about it or thinking about it past the Game Awards if these developers and these people who are fans of the series like weren't making a big deal about it. So
Well, if the thing is, when you talk about it's the fans, if the fans did make a big deal of it, like the fans of Call of Duty did make a big deal of it, then it wouldn't have been a big deal. But it's the fact that the fans did it, and we're in this. We have to if our fans are upset, we got to kind of be upset with them. And it's not that it's all the developers at the company did it, but only takes a couple of. If you got I work on Call of Duty or any type of tag like that in your Twitter account or anything like that, it kind of just opens you up to being you siding with the community when something like that happens. It wasn't a big deal. But when the fans make it a big deal, it kind of just spirals out of control at that point.
It was a combination of that, and also when you're guilty, then it stings a little more.
I mean, that campaign is like 2.5 hours long. Let's be for real.
So I mean, exactly. So they know their campaign is short, and that joke, that was a freaking harmless joke. He didn't comment on the quality of the game. He didn't say the game was trash. He didn't say this. He didn't say that. He threw out a little small joke saying that my speech was longer than COD's campaign. You know what I mean? Like, it was a little small, innocuous joke.
I will say this though, and I'm a very big proponent of this. You know what you're doing when you say stuff like that, knowing that, like, yes, it's a throwaway joke, and you're absolutely right. But this isn't 1990 or the early 2000s where stuff like this wasn't a big deal. Social media makes this stuff a big deal. So when you come out and say stuff like that, you kind of got to be ready for the backlash you're going to get. It might be small backlash because a lot of people probably don't care and they'll take it as the innocent joke that it is. But you kind of still got to take it like, hey, there could be a chance that a lot of people might be upset at what I just said, even if you meant nothing by it.
Gregor's like, can't even make short jokes these days. You can't, man. You can't say anything. But yeah, so that's basically what happened. I don't think did anything else happen this week, guys. Like anything.
Rise of the Ronin got airtime. That happened, and
Yeah,
I'm
that
very
did
happy
happen.
about it. I am very happy about it.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think anything else really did happen.
I wanted to talk about Jonathan Majors, but I wanted to talk about it with Slow-Mo here. So, but he's not here. So I guess we'll save that for next week. I'll take a look at the channel member topics and then we can go ahead and fucking skedaddle on out of here. Go ahead and go. Lord have fucking mercy, dude. I keep just getting so confused. Like I'm so old. In my heart.
Oh my god.
In my heart.
So
Old in my heart.
in my heart.
You know, I gotta clean it up. I always gotta clean it up. I always gotta clean it up, man. Where the fuck is my channel?
We're on your channel.
Yeah. Right.
That's channel on YouTube right
Man.
there.
Oh my god, you're so nice. Okay, so El Whito wants to talk about his divorce. I'm sending you a lot of love, buddy. Keep it easy. Take care of yourself. You know, I don't know what's going on, man, but take it easy, buddy.
Did he say how long he was married for?
No, it just says my divorce.
Oh, he just said my divorce. Okay, you just okay.
All right, so shout out to Amar Ben Israel saying, "Great Friday to you, the group, and your families. Great Friday to you as well. What's Saturday, but still. My question to you is, after watching the awards, is it safe to say there's no Xbox tax? It's looking like Sony and Nintendo ain't really pay their taxes, though." I listen. Are there people in the media who have ultimately acknowledged that they don't like Xbox? Yeah, absolutely, right. But there have been people who've criticized PlayStation themselves. I can't really think of too many people who criticize Nintendo. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, bro.
That's
But
because they're afraid of Nintendo.
but yeah, I definitely think that there are some people in the industry who have a hard on against Xbox for sure. But like that is with everything. These are people with opinions, you know what I'm saying? Whether or not there is like an Xbox tax in itself, I don't know anything about that, and I will not comment on it one way or another because I'm not trying to be verbally accosted. All right. I want to lay down. Okay. I want to be in peace.
I want to lay down. All right? Hey man, listen, listen. It's like Xbox. The Xbox tax is Xbox. They had to pay their taxes. They jumped into the gaming sphere with all their money, and they moved it to one of the most expensive neighborhoods on the block. And the other people don't like it. So it's like, yo, we don't want you around here. And I mean, I get it. You know, that's the whole fanatic part of fan. You know, some people are like, you can't discard the fact that Nintendo's been here since '85. And PlayStation's been here since what, 94, 95?
90, yeah, I think 94.
95, yeah, 94. So, you know, that's a whole 6 years before Xbox, well, like 5 years before Xbox even thought about doing a console. So it's just, you know, it is what it is. When you're the new kid to the block and they're still very new, they haven't even hit their 25-year anniversary yet. It's just, that's what it is. It's the smaller player base and it doesn't have as much tradition as the other ones. And people grew up with Nintendo. Like, you know, everybody keeps saying that Nintendo this, Nintendo that, I don't play. Listen, man, we all grew up with Nintendo. Nintendo will always be the system that you will gravitate to when it comes to your family and stuff. It's like the obvious choice. And then PlayStation was the stepping stone. Xbox just happened to come a little bit later. And it's probably resonating more with the newer gamers and stuff, like gamers that's growing up today. But it's still a lot of old heads out there like us that remember the good old days of playing on PlayStation. And that's what we're kind of dealing with right now with the media and everything.
You know what, though? Like, all of that being true at the same time, Xbox just proved yesterday. Was it yesterday? Day before yesterday.
Day before yesterday.
That all of this whole tax thing, you drop some good games and everything is fine, and they splashed, they had a good splash with the OG Xbox. They kicked ass with the 360, and then they made some horrible decisions that set them back big time. And now they're crawling out of that, and they have a reputation, an earned reputation that they're trying to, dig themselves out of, and they've begun to do that. But this whole tax thing is ridiculous. They have a reputation, and they're
Are you
trying
saying it's ridiculous because you're a pony? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Scathing.
Oh
I'm
my
sorry.
goodness.
It just
Like,
slipped out. My bad.
This targeted at the person who literally has duplicated their entire PlayStation wish list onto Steam. Look, I've said it a million times. I'm a gaming mercenary.
Oh, so what you're saying is all those games are coming to PC,
Oh, dude, like
the whole slate.
If PlayStation ever makes the mistake of going day one with their games, that will most likely be the last PlayStation I own.
Oh, okay. But still, at this point, a pony, right? So anyway, moving on.
Oh my god!
You still
Moving
own that?
on.
Well, you still own that PlayStation, don't you, Trevor?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, how am I going to play games day one on PlayStation if I don't have one?
Okay. So anyway, we just Master John's on the Dawn saying, "What story was told in a video game, movie, show, anime, or book that you think would have or could have worked as well or better in another entertainment forum, or format? That is." Let's see here. I think that King Arthur Legend of the Sword movie, aka Goat movie, would have worked really well as a TV show. Oh, I love that movie so much. Like, it really bombed critically at the box office.
Who played King Arthur in that?
Charlie Hunman.
Charlie Hunnam. Okay, yeah. Okay.
I love Guy Ritchie movies. They're so fun. But I think that could have been a fantastic TV show, and I would have been seated for every single fucking episode. Okay, I love that shit. What else? I think what could have been good? I'm thinking. I think Life is Strange could work as a TV show. The first one. And they would have to change that fucking ending. Okay? I said it, change the ending. All right? There's a lot of things about that ending that pissed me off real bad. So change the ending. Change the ending.
They're getting better and better looking with those games too. Like they're stepping it up a lot with the way that the Life is Strange games are looking now.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, go ahead and change the fucking ending for Life is Strange 1. That could work. That could work as a TV show. I think
Until Dawn is the same way. Could work as a movie or a TV show.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's very interactive.
That was a pretty crazy movie, man. I mean, crazy game.
Yeah, Until Dawn's really good. Dead Space would be fantastic as a movie.
Fantastic as a movie.
I would really enjoy that.
As long as they do it better than they did Doom, that would be good.
Yeah. What other formats? Yeah, I think that's
Detroit Become Human would be a good one.
That would.
As a show? Yeah, I think so. I think so too. I think Zelda would work.
Honestly,
isn't Zelda doing a live action?
Baldur's Gate 3.
I think Zelda would work better as a TV show compared to a movie. But Baldur's Gate 3?
Well, it's definitely based on, Wizards.
As a TV show, yeah, because there's a ton of content and you can... because they already have a good Dungeons and Dragons movie out there.
I love that Dungeons and Dragons movie. Yes.
Why not?
I have not watched that. I need to watch that.
It's so fun. It's
so
fun. I really enjoy it.
It's so good.
Again, it has my baby.
And I
Sophia
really
Lillis
the movie
in it.
because they respect the law.
Yeah, it's good. I really like it.
I just like because they respect the law.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love a book series on Legacy of Kain. Just throwing it out there.
Okay.
BioShock.
Yeah, BioShock. Which BioShock though?
All three of them. I enjoyed all of them.
I did too. Infinite's still the best of all three of them.
That's the one I would choose for a TV show, Infinite, because
show a lighthouse.
That game is
so good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew that you heard the songbird cry in the very first couple of scenes, and that was actually from the future in Infinite?
That's so
Oh,
fucking cool, dude.
man.
When
Yeah.
you underwater hear the songbird dying, and you find out later in 2 games later how it
Man.
happened. It's like it's so
I
good.
need to
Yeah.
go back and replay that.
Ken Levine, like he was in his bag, man.
He wasn't as bad,
And
man.
then
Shout out to
his group.
Irrational Games for putting that together when they were around.
Man.
All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and get my channel members, and we can fucking skid-dad. Oh, I can't wait to go to bed, baby. I'm so tired. But shout out to FTW, Drav, Starchild Swag, Marbin Israel, Damien Outlaw, Mr. Dolo, DQ, Tevin, Ronald, Phil, Dealer. Damn, I gotta call a Dealer. MJ, Henry, Iman, Dirk, King Metrotron, Meat Puppet, Scroat, John the Don, Lord Lorenzo Stone, Starbuck, Kinney, DC, Big Daddy Smitty, S. White, he keeps changing his name. Sub Negro, Jazzy, Dominic, Sir Duck, Sycamore Zion, Breesky, Corey, Light Trifapitio, Nautical Jet, Envy, Slomo, and Hannibal. Appreciate you guys so much. Shout out to all the super chat support. Shout out to everyone who hung out with us. Shout out to everyone who listens later. I hope you guys have a fantastic fucking night. Baby, putting in what work? Like what work? Ooh, I can't wait for fucking Constantine, bro. I love that. I fucking love that Constantine movie with Keanu Reeves, dude. That movie's so awesome. But anyway,
Yeah, it was.
Singer, thank you so much for being here as always.
No problem. It was a pleasure being here. You know, speaking of Ramon,
Yes, sir.
how are you finding the mods?
So after 3.5 days,
How
I
you
finally
finding
got
them?
all of them downloaded. I haven't installed them yet because I'm reading the instructions. So I will let you know as soon as I get them in. I haven't gotten
Did
them
you
all
use
in
Free
yet.
Download Manager?
Yeah, I used free
Okay,
download
cool.
manager and it worked really well. Appreciate that. Really appreciate it. Hopefully tomorrow I can get
For
the-
those who don't know, Ramon hit me up for some modding stuff, and yeah, I'm glad he is on the way to victory. But it was a great show. Shout out to the panel, shout out to chat, shout out to Spider-Man following in Aloy's footsteps and not winning anything.
Rising Zero
Appreciated.
Awards, yeah.
Oh man.
See you
Man,
later.
zero awards, man. I guess just be happy with
Yeah.
that 90 overall Metacritic you got.
You're I know that's
Yeah.
fucking right. Speak on it,
And
babes.
it's gonna
All
have
right.
legs too. So.
Ramon, thank
Yeah.
you so much for coming as a guest. I really do appreciate it, man.
Yo, thank you so much for having me. Love being on the show. There are very, very small number of people who I will forego a gaming day to come hang out with, and you guys are among it. So
Oh my
I
god,
love
friend
being on the show.
status.
Thank you. And thanks for the chat. And enjoy the rest of this Saturday night. Enjoy your Sunday. Have a good time.
All right, Nautical, thank you as always.
Oh, as always, Queen. Great show as always. Singer, really appreciate you always taking the time to be here as late as it is over where you're at. You're a real one for that. And Ramon, you already know. Shout out to you. You did not this show, but you also did the Gamer Wars stream with us and Eric Jackson and Slow Mo. That was a great time.
Yeah,
Couldn't do this show with any other great people, and this is truly amazing. And for all the ones that aren't here to enjoy this with us, we miss you and enjoy the weekend that you guys got in front of you. Christmas is right around the corner. Literally can't believe that it's the end of the year. Finish your Christmas shopping because don't be waiting to the last minute.
Yeah, don't do that.
Stuff gonna cost more money by that time, and and Amazon stops guaranteeing 2-day delivery like literally 4 days before Christmas. So get your stuff done. With that, enjoy yourselves. Have a good night. DPS podcast on my channel this next week or this week coming up. And make sure you tell Slow-Mo to have a good weekend too.
All right,
Talk to you
peace,
later.
y'all. Bye.
Later.